Tottenham are through to the next round of the Carabao Cup after defeating Manchester United and will face Liverpool in the semi-finals over 2 legs. I'm ecstatic about this. I think it's a very important thing for Tottenham to go on a cup run and obviously try and win a trophy under Ange Postecoglou. But today on the Sonny Talk Spurs YouTube channel, we're going to be reacting to some of the different takes from Ange and Jamie Carragher and the like, and answering the question, are Jamie Carragher and Ange Postecoglou right about Tottenham Hotspur? But if you're new to the Sonny Talk Spurs YouTube channel, leave your likes, subscribe, hit the notification bell and let me know in the comments down below, do you agree? Now, apologies first of all, I did not do a video reacting to it last night. I was out for a little Christmas shindig. I've got a lot of them at the moment. It's the festive period, so you're going to have to forgive me. But I wanted to jump on because of a lot of the reactions I've seen. It was almost like Spurs got knocked out last night. Some of the stuff I've read, some of the stuff I've seen. And after watching the game back and the highlights and all that sort of stuff, you know, my reaction first of all, I thought we played quite well. I thought it was a good showing. I mean, you know, 3-0 up, cruising. Dominic Solanke, amazing. Archie Gray, fantastic. You know, Kulusevski, player of the season, obviously. But 2 individual errors from Fraser Forster, who's actually been quite good up until this point. I don't think you can hold that against this Tottenham side. And, you know, one's a corner at the end. And, you know, I actually think in the end, it's, you know, on paper, it looks worse than it actually was. But lots of people react to Ange's style of play, Ange's post-match, you know, press conference and interview, and Jamie Carragher's reaction to full-time. I thought it was quite telling. But actually, before that, what do I make of us getting Liverpool? Now, I think it'll be tricky. I don't think it'll be easy whatsoever. Liverpool, you know, we play them this weekend, so that'll be telling at home as well. Probably been one of the most consistent teams in the league. Obviously, it's started here and there against the likes of Newcastle, Fulham as well, and, you know, Nottingham Forest. So, you know, they're not unbeatable. You know, they are there to be beaten, and I think a team like Spurs could give them a good go. And actually give them a good game. So I can't call it. Obviously, the proper Spurs fan in me thinks we might struggle, but we'll have to wait and see. So, first of all, I want to talk about Ange Postecoglou's post-match interview with Sky because it was quite telling.
Well, Ange, you said yesterday it's the hardest job in the world. Did we see tonight why it's so stressful?
Yeah, look, it was... Obviously, we made it harder than it should have been, for sure. Rolling control and played really well. You know, we looked like we were going to manage the game, and then obviously 2 moments of unfortunate. I mean, I think the first one kind of affected Fraser for a little bit, and then the second one sort of came as a result of that. So, and then we had to scramble a little bit. You know, showed some character at the end. Got a 4th and through the semi.
What did you like about the early part of the match, and probably actually the start of the second half mostly, where you completely took control of the game?
I like the whole bit, mate. Are you not entertained?
We are very entertained.
Well, there you go. What do you want? Do you want a scrambling 1-0? I know the studio's probably going in a meltdown over my lack of tactics, but you know what? I love the fact that we go out there and just take it to oppositions, even the fact that we got... you know, so many absences at the moment. Goalkeeper, both centre halves, left backs, you know, got kids on the bench, and yet, you know, these boys are maintaining their principles about trying to play the football we want to be. And I think if we get through this period and you know, I just think we're going to get enormous growth out of it. I really like the way we played tonight. I mean, obviously, you know, those 2 moments kind of taint the sort of overall. And it's something that's happened this year before. And obviously... It doesn't help us in sort of gaining traction in terms of our consistency, but in terms of the mentality of the boys, mate, I love it.
You're right about the studio meltdown, by the way. but part of it is, on a sort of the nice thing that's being said, is you're the most entertaining team in the league. Does that mean a lot to you?
Well, yeah, it does to me, yeah, because I love football and I love watching teams that go out there and entertain. Now, obviously, we want to be successful as well, and we won't be if we, you know, make things difficult like for ourselves like we did tonight. But you balance that up with the situation we're in right now. 10 first-team players out. I keep saying it, and I don't think it's registered with people, but that's okay. And we're not going out there and trying to grind out 1-0 victories. We're keeping all your folks entertained. We're creating plenty of discussion, and I can't see how that's a bad thing.
It's definitely not a bad thing. But from your point of view, you would have liked your team surely to manage it differently from 3-0. After 3-1, is there anything you do different? Would you ever say to your team, look, go direct, sit in a block for a bit, don't put Fraser under pressure with another pass back?
But, I mean, you're sort of suggesting that I ask the players to kind of, in those moments make those mistakes, and I don't. And we had solutions out there where we didn't have to do that. That's that's part of football. Individuals will at times make those mistakes, but from the context of how we want to play as a team, no, there's nothing we need to change. I'll be very happy if we keep scoring 4 goals and 5 goals a game if we're winning. Obviously, we want to win. We don't want to not be winning, but for me, that's still the most important thing, and I get it. It doesn't get me any credit in the bank as a astute tactician, but so be it. Yeah,
but I mean, I guess your quibble would be with your players. Would you like them to manage that better by having more conviction in what you ask them to do? Do the same things, but do them better.
Yeah, of course. But you're asking for perfection in human beings, and that doesn't exist. They're going to stuff up every now and then, like I do, and I'm sure you do, Pat.
Every now and again.
Yeah, every now and again. So. Don't get me wrong. We're disappointed because we had the game in total control, and no one's more disappointed than Fraser is, because he knows in those moments he could have handled it a lot better. But for me to just focus on that and discount the football we're still playing with the players, who are 18-year-olds, guys who haven't played for quite a while, guys in their first year of the Premier League. That's still the bit I kind of focus on.
But when you're talking about as well being questioned as an astute tactician or otherwise, I mean, you will go through that with your players, presumably, the whole thing, but the last 20 minutes, half an hour in and amongst that.
Yeah, of course, we review everything, but you don't, you're looking at what solutions there were out there. Could we have made better decisions, for sure? But that's not going to eliminate human error in there either. That's part of it's part of football. It's part of life. So, like I said, there'll be, depending on how you want to look at a game of football, there'll be guys who'll be focusing on those 2 mistakes, and others who'll be going, it's not a bad side.
Quarter-final of the Cup, Manchester United knocked out under lights in front of a full Tottenham Hotspur stadium. Not so bad.
I don't think so, mate. No. Thank you.
And actually, I rate this from Ange. It was a bit tongue-in-cheek, a good reaction, I thought. He's, some of the comments he's made recently about, the job being harder than the Prime Minister were quite funny, I think. I think sometimes people look into Ange's press conference and comments too literal, and, are you not entertained? He can put on a good game of football, and I know there's defensive issues and stuff like that, but this team is so different at the moment. It's just not the same Tottenham team that we've seen, earlier in the season. No starting centre-backs. It's a lot of pressure on the likes of Archie Gray and Dragerson. They're playing a lot more minutes than they probably did expect. And I think they've, acquired themselves quite well. And they're playing lots of minutes, meaning there's no rotation. But, Jed Spencer's come in and looks quite good. So there are quite a lot of positives in this whole thing. So I'm very happy about that. But Jamie Carragher. Now, I do a lot of videos reacting to what Jamie Carragher has to say, and I just think what he said after the game just blew my mind.
Lots of Tottenham fans will go, if we were going to go for the established ones, that period when we were Champions League runners-up and Pochettino and that squad, that was when we were strong and we could have been made stronger.
Yeah, I think there was definitely a situation there, I think, where they went 3 or 4 transfer windows without buying a player.
Yeah.
And that was a team I absolutely loved. I think most people did. And that's what they need to get back to, where you almost had that mix of the steel of a Jose Conte team with probably the great football that we see from Postecoglu. You're trying to get that balance. But even though that was a team that got to the Champions League final, come second in the league, as a Liverpool supporter, when I knew it was Tottenham in the final, you'd won the final because it was Tottenham. Tottenham don't win Champions League finals. They don't win trophies. So it's that mentality. That's not just Tottenham people. I think if you're up against Tottenham, you'd have that feeling that Tottenham aren't supposed to win this. You know, it gives you that extra sort of lift and belief that you can beat them because, as I said, it's Spurs.
It's almost like the media and some certain, fan bases, they are wanting Spursy to be Spursy. They keep talking about it. They keep, saying how it was in the past and all that sort of stuff. And, Jamie Carragher, when Liverpool was there, he won a few good trophies, but, they're not... I feel like he's taking it so out of context there. It's just a bit baffling to me. And the fact that, we're trying to change under Ange Postecoglou. We're trying to change our mood and our, attitudes and all that, move in the right direction. But people just want to keep slamming us. And we've just beat Manchester United to go through to the next round under, Ruben Amorim. And I know Manchester United are in a weird state and all that, but we beat Man City in the Cup. We beat Man United. We've got to face Liverpool. Like, give us a break. Like, I don't understand it. And I know people say, but you've been inconsistent this season, all that. I just think it's lazy. It's lazy punditry. It's lazy journalism. I just find it really, really poor. But, yeah, I feel like it's confusing. And, I mean, to sum it up, Jamie O'Hara last night on talkSPORT, he really was stressed out by the whole situation.
Tottenham made hard work of it, but they reached the semi-finals. Come on, you Spurs. Our concern was the performance, though. Panic stations when it goes to 3-1. Fraser Forster, just pass it long. Go long, my friend. 03717223344. Man United fans, Ruben Amorim, not great tonight. Too many changes. And let's be fair, apart from a flurry of some good chances in the second half, wasn't good enough. Chelsea, they played Shamrock Rovers in the Dog and Duck Cup. They've breezed through that. You can phone us and we'll build up to the weekend's Premier League action, plus a bit of boxing live on talkSPORT at the weekend. Get involved in the show, can't do it without you. 03717 22 33 44. Oh, mate.
The meltdown I've witnessed almost from you today is fantastic watching this game.
It was torture.
I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Torture, mate. Torture. Breezy.
You were seething.
I was fuming, mate. Because, listen, we got away with that. I don't care what anyone says, right? Yeah. We battered Man United, really. 3-0 up. See the game out. Thanks for coming. We sit here and we slaughter Man United, right? Yeah. And they got things wrong tonight massively. But when it goes 3-1 and then you're watching them and you're going, why are we still pressing?
It's just who we are, mate.
Why are we still trying to win balls like in the other half of the pitch? Why are we playing out from the back?
It's just who we are, mate.
Why don't you just go long?
It's just who we are, mate.
And why don't we just, see it through? In-game management. See a game out. 3-1. Thanks for coming, into the semi-final. We've ended up winning 4-3. We're 3-0 up. 3-0 up. The game finishes 4-3. Like, come on. What is going on? Seriously.
4-3. And the last goal, if VAR was in play, it would have been disallowed.
Oh, Burnley fouls the keeper.
Yeah, he grabbed his arm. So that won't account it.
Man United fans will be seething off that
but
because it's a foul.
But we said as soon as that first goal went in, we both sat in the green room watching the game and we said, right, they're going to come back now. Spurs are going to absolutely crumble right now. And they did.
We were gone.
Forster, oh my jeez, his confidence was shattered. It was rocked.
But the thing is I don't like. To be fair, Fraser Forster's done well for us, so I'm not going to slaughter him because he's actually, since he's come in, he's not the number one keeper. He's the number 2. Since he's come in, he's actually done all right. Right. The first one he gives away, mistake.
Yeah.
Deal with it. It's 3-1. The second one's unforgivable. Like, just go long. Like, someone tell him go long. And what annoys me is that Dragosan and Archie Gray are still trying to peel off and trying to play out from the back. Just go long.
The thing is, you don't. No one needs to tell him. He's a grown adult. He's a professional playing in the Premier League. He should know himself. Right? Do you know what? I'm under a bit of pressure here. I've messed up a couple of times. Let me just.
No, but the manager's got to tell him, Jermaine. The manager's got to tell him. Because
but he should know better as well as a player. If I'm under a little bit of the cosh, if my confidence is shot, do you think I'm going to start trying dribbling past 6 or 4 players? I'm just going to get it, give it simple, get him into the game.
I couldn't believe what I was watching.
He should know that. He should have boot it along himself.
I know, but Ange Postecoglou, right? He's so, this is how we're doing it, this is what we're doing, this is how we're playing, regardless of what the score is. But there has to be an in-game management where for 5 minutes you shout at your keeper and you shout at the centre-halves, do not show for the ball. Don't show for it. We're turning it. We're going to play in their half. We're going to play our Solanke. We're going to hit the corners. We're going to turn it in behind Man United, and we're going to play from there. And then when it gets to the 85th minute, then when it's 3-1, then we can just start playing some nice football. Few olays, see the game out.
But this is who we are, mate.
Just who we are, mate.
I just cannot believe what I have to witness and watch every single game.
Could I just say something? Arnie Slot is at home watching this game, and he's going, "Oh, this is lovely. I can't wait for Sunday
No, mate,
now."
but it was a really good performance up until Man United scored and we give them a go. And then after that, panic stations. Like the whole team, panic stations. And Fraser Forster causes it, I get that. But when you watch the team, I'm sitting there watching it, like Son and Solanke, they're still pressing the keeper. We're winning 3-1. Just stand on the halfway line. Get tight, get compact. We're trying to press the keeper. He booms it long. 6 players out of the game. And we're running back towards our own goal. I don't get it. It's unbelievable to watch. It's unbelievable to watch.
Yeah, but come on. Do you expect anything different? You was 9 men against Chelsea and you were standing on the halfway line.
No, mate, but come on. I know, but that was a season ago. Surely, like you've learned from these things. Surely you've got to look at it and go, we cannot keep playing like that.
Well, this is how he plays. This is why we love watching Spurs.
I don't love watching Spurs.
Well, I know,
I'm a Spurs fan.
The neutrals do, and it's great watching you go through this.
Having a meltdown.
You was having a full-on meltdown.
Let me tell you, right? I said, I guarantee you, Man United score 3 goals. Guaranteed. They did. It was lucky that Son gets a lucky one from the corner. It goes in. It's a foul. Bergvall fouls the keeper. You could argue he should do better. Yeah. It's a foul. Jeez, I need a breather already. It was unbelievable that tonight. I want to hear from Spurs fans. Man United fans, did they get things wrong?
Not really.
I look at the team and I know Liam Sanderson was saying that
they had 2 players maybe different, so you maybe would have started Diallo, maybe Mainu. Apart from that,
like
Fernandes played.
Anthony, you paid what, 70 million quid for him.
Ugarte played.
If he can't play in a quarter final in a Carabao Cup, then you can't tell me you blame the manager for that. You've got to give him an opportunity at some point.
You'll probably say 2 players who probably left out rested for thinking of the weekend, but apart from that, it's more or less a fully strength team.
Honestly, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable game of football. But Spurs are through to the semi-final. We've got the draw coming up in about 15 minutes.
I don't know, but they're through.
Yeah, we are through, and we'll have the semi-final draw in 15 minutes, so that's going to be interesting. Let's go to Ben, though. He's a Spurs fan. All right, Ben?
Hello, how are you? You all right?
Ben, it's torture. It is torture watching us play.
I was just saying to the reception bloke that I thought I was going to have an heart attack. I swear to God.
Oh, mate.
Fraser Forster, like you said, he shouldn't be playing. He can't play from the back. He's 38. At the same time, he should be making decisions to not play from the back.
Yeah.
He's a senior goalkeeper.
Yeah.
We've got Archie Gray, who's 18. I know we talk about injuries and that. We've got 10 first-team players out, and we still have to look at that. But we're still Tottenham, and I feel like my life is literally like Tottenham, a roller coaster. We're through, but I'm worried if we got Liverpool at the weekend, and like Jermaine said, I think Arnie Slot will be rubbing his hands. To be fair.
I tell you what Arnie Slot is probably most now going to take from this game. He's going to say, guys, let them have the ball, press the defenders. As soon as it goes to full set, press. Because Liverpool are probably one of the best teams in the league at pressing and win the ball high. And if you do that against this Tottenham team, from what I've seen today, because it's not like they're going to field a new fully strength team on Sunday. It's going to be more or less the same back line.
I can't believe
And if Liverpool press the way they do, and we know that it's good, it could be a tough evening, especially for Forster if they don't just boot it along.
But yeah, you guys are going to have to let me know. What did you make of the game? Do you think we can beat Liverpool both times in the Prem and the Cup? I feel like people got to back Tottenham. We're doing okay this season. We just got to keep going in the right direction, keep supporting this club and holding Daniel Levy to account instead. But yeah, if you have enjoyed, leave your likes, leave your comments, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys for the next episode, which will be reacting to the Liverpool game in the Premier League. Ciao.